All right, let's talk about a comeback story that, honestly, almost nobody saw coming. We're talking about the quiet revival of NFTs.
Oh yeah, you remember it, right? The hype, the crazy headlines, those digital pictures selling for millions. And for most people, that's where the story just ended. A big crash, tons of skepticism. But what if I told you that wasn't the end of the story at all? See, while all that noise faded away, the actual technology, it was being quietly rebuilt, totally repurposed, and, well, reborn. This isn't just some simple comeback, it's a whole new chapter.
So, to really get what's happening now, we've got to take a quick look back at the wild ride that brought us here. I mean, it was a classic boom and bust cycle, a total roller coaster of, hype and then heartbreak.
So this timeline here, it really tells the story in 3 acts. First, you've got the 2021 boom, pure hype, pure speculation. Then, boom, the inevitable crash in 22 and 23. That's when pretty much everyone wrote the whole idea off for dead. But then, look at what started to happen in 2024, leading into 2025. A quiet, steady revival. And this time, it wasn't driven by hype. It was driven by something real.
Okay, let's zoom in on this revival, because this is where it gets interesting. This comeback wasn't about splashy headlines or celebs jumping on board. Nope, this was built in the code, hashed out in corporate boardrooms, and laid into the very foundations of new digital economies.
And look, we've got the numbers to back this up. A 60% increase in trading volume in just 1 year. That is not a small blip on the radar, folks. That's a serious market shift. It's telling us that real activity, and yeah, real money, is flowing back into this space. But, and this is the important part, it's for completely different reasons this time.
And this quote right here, it just nails the whole idea. The tech didn't disappear, it just kind of changed its job description. It went from being about digital art collecting to becoming the actual plumbing for a new way of doing things online. It's the infrastructure for what's next.
And don't think for a second this is happening in some tiny niche corner of the web. We are talking about the big players: Amazon, Starbucks, Adidas, and Nike. These companies are not chasing hype, they're way past that. They're investing in this stuff because they see a future where it powers their loyalty programs, their digital products, basically how they connect with you in a way they've never been able to before.
So, this all leads to the big question, right? Why? What is so fundamentally different this time? Well, the answer comes down to one single, incredibly powerful word: utility.
Okay, this right here, this is the key to understanding this entire story. Think about it. Then versus now. Back in 2021, it was all about speculation. The asset was a collectible, and its value was all about the hype. Fast forward to now, 2025. The focus is on utility. The asset isn't just a picture, it's a piece of digital infrastructure. And its value? It comes from how useful it is. It's a massive shift from how much is this worth to what does this actually do?
So let's get really clear on what we mean when we say utility. A utility NFT, its value comes from what it lets you do. So stop thinking of it like a painting you hang on the wall. Think of it more like a key that unlocks a door, or a ticket that gets you into a show, or even a membership card that gives you exclusive perks.
And this isn't some far-off theoretical thing. Look at the real-world examples happening right now. You've got in-game items that you, the player, actually own, and you can sell them outside the game. Or take the Starbucks Odyssey program. They're using NFTs for rewards that get you real-world stuff, like a trip to a coffee farm. And then there's fractional ownership. Get this, imagine a $1 million apartment. With NFTs, 1,000 people could each own a tiny, verifiable piece of it. That's a game changer.
Look, this comeback, it's not the end of the story. Not even close. It's the beginning of something so much bigger. What we're really seeing here is the foundation being built for what people are starting to call the Internet of Ownership. And that is a fundamental shift in how we live our digital lives.
And it's an ecosystem that's just growing and growing. So it starts in gaming, right? Where owning your digital stuff becomes normal. Then that same tech gets picked up for huge corporate loyalty programs. From there, it gets even bigger, representing ownership of actual real-world things. And the end game? It could be the thing that powers our digital identity, our online passkeys, proving who we are and what we have access to. You see how each step builds on the last one?
So if you take away one big idea from all this, let it be this. We're talking about a brand new layer for the internet,
For decades, let's be honest, we've basically been renting our digital lives from giant platforms. Our social media profiles, those items we grind for in games, our data, we don't own it. This technology represents a massive shift towards a model where we can actually, truly own our digital stuff.
So I want to leave you with this thought. 2025 was the year NFTs proved they were more than just a fad. And as this tech keeps weaving itself into the fabric of our digital world, the question really isn't if you'll use it anymore, it's how. So think about it. What part of your digital life, your gaming achievements, your concert tickets, your reward points, what will you truly finally own in 2026?
This is just day one. Tap subscribe so you don't miss day 2 tomorrow, where we break down how NFT Gaming 2.0 is powering the next big wave.